In this video, I will explain what philosophy is. More specifically, the main branches of philosophy. But before I explain the main branches of philosophy, I will define it. Philosophy is the use of reason and argument to answer fundamental questions in life. As Bertrand Russell once said, quote, "Philosophy, as I shall understand the word, is something intermediate between theology and science. Like theology, it consists of speculations on matters as to which definite knowledge has, so far, been unassertable. But like science, it appeals to human reason rather than to authority, whether that of tradition or that of revelation." End quote. Philosophy is a topic that every person should take an interest in. As my philosophy mentor Stephen Puryear once said, when people lie on their deathbed, hardly anyone ponders some engineering or business problem, but people do get philosophical. That's because philosophy asks the really important questions, the ones most worth our attention. The first area of philosophy is logic. Logic is the use of good reasoning and argumentation. Questions we ask in logic are, what is an argument? What makes an argument successful or unsuccessful? What are logical fallacies? Here is an example of an argument in philosophy. All men are mortal. Socrates is a man. Therefore, Socrates is mortal. Epistemology is the study of knowledge and justified belief. Philosophers in this area ask questions such as, what counts as knowledge? What makes justified beliefs justified? Can we know anything for certain? One problem that philosophers have thought about in this area is how we can know that the external world is real, or how can we know that there has been a past? Metaphysics is the study of the nature of reality. In this area, philosophers ask questions such as, does God exist? Do we have free will? Is reality material or immaterial? The question of whether the Christian God exists is a classic metaphysical question. Philosophers that work in this area raise the question of whether we need to posit the existence of God in order to explain the existence of the universe. Ethics is the study of how we should live. In this area, philosophers ask questions such as, is morality objective or subjective? What is the nature of right action? Is it immoral to kill animals to eat their flesh? One issue philosophers ponder in this area is what we should believe to be morally right and morally wrong. For instance, if an act leads to the best consequences, does that make it morally right? Or can an action be morally wrong even if it leads to the best consequences? In conclusion, I will close with a quote from Bertrand Russell on the purpose of philosophy today. He said, quote, "The point of philosophy is to start with something so simple as to seem not worth starting, and to end with something so paradoxical that no one will believe it." End quote. Thank you for listening.